Good evening, everybody. This is Luna Sky Diamond here with session number 4 of Your Sexual Alchemist, talking about Tantric Sexuality. I am very happy to be producing this video right now because it's been a while I haven't uploaded. I was traveling and then I was recovering from an ear plugged in the airplane that would hurt like hell and blah 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 blah. But anyway, I am recovered, I am healthy, and I am here back with you. Alchemical process. Sacred sexuality is an alchemical process because, as we spoke before, it transforms us. So, to wrap up the last 3 sessions in just one sentence, I would just say that basically sacred sexuality is something that will make you happier, feel more abundant in many ways, more creative, more at peace, at ease, at joy. Basically, it makes you a better person and boosts up your immune system. And therefore, you can create a ripple of love and happiness and joy with those around you and in the world. An alchemical process. So, if we want to transform ourselves, our spirit, our perception, our awareness, we have to take in account the intensity of concentration with which we do so. And when I say concentration, it's because in the quantum world, it is very important to maintain an intention so that we can see the result, because energy follows awareness. So what I'm talking about and the way to channel energy into this process of love making with your beloved ones or with yourself, because you don't need a partner, as we spoke about this already. It is very important to be aware of a few facts and the intensity with which we do that. The traditional sacred sexuality, or the traditional tantra, uses a lot of techniques and breath techniques, prana breath that is taken from the base of the spine up the chakras and into the pineal gland. But I am not going to focus on that because I like to approach a version that I have slightly changed to make it way more easy and enjoyable. So, I want to share with you what are some of the techniques that are important to keep in mind while we are being intimate with the person that we love, with our beloved one. The first one, of course, we have to have the understanding that he or she is a divine creature from God, and that you are a wonderful and divine creature from God as well. So there's already an awareness of divinity and knowing who we are, and so that gives us a beautiful container to get together in a place of safety and unconditional love with no judgments, where we feel comfortable and loved, as we spoke in the other sessions. So we have that awareness. Now, tips and techniques to make that awareness. The first one is very important. Number 1, to build up the energy and the container that is going to hold all this beautiful space of love. And in order to build up the energy that's going to wrap both of you is called foreplay. Foreplay is the first step. So tons of foreplay, because that's the way that you start getting deep into the feeling, into the experience. And foreplay soul gazing at each other's eyes, touching, caressing, holding, touching, smiling, and um, being aware. And that is where the concentration of your thoughts it comes and it is so important. So basically, constant being aware that the other person is divine, looking at each other's eyes, and after a certain amount of foreplay where you already feel very close and aroused, you feel harassment, or not necessarily sacred sexuality has to do with being aroused or having an orgasm. Yes, of course, it's ideal because the orgasm intensifies the experience, and actually that's the energy that brings everything into the pineal gland and makes everything way more powerful. Nevertheless, touch, it's like love making in itself, and especially if you're looking at each other's eyes. So my tip is foreplay, soul gazing, and to start saying statements like, or whatever makes you feel uh, closer to your partner, like your inside jokes or whatever it is. But you can also look at each other's eyes and take turns into saying, like she says something like, two hearts, one soul. And then he says, two hearts, one soul. And then you can be either holding hands, being facing each other, or love making, or just hugging and feeling constantly. But this with concentration, it's not like, oh, two hearts, one soul, and all of a sudden, okay, what am I gonna have for dinner tonight? No, it's not like that. Of course, it's very easy for the thoughts to go from one place to another, but ideally, to make this process way more powerful, is about concentration. Concentration basically in how much you love the person and why, and bring it into out loud and awareness to make the experience more powerful. So it's basically saying to each other, two hearts, one soul, two hearts, one soul, and then just let it go and enjoy the present moment. Because at the moment that you are looking at the other person and realizing that that is you looking in the mirror, and that basically is the divine creator taking form into different bodies. And it's like we are three connected, but in reality we are one. So with that awareness is the one that changes, that produces the alchemical process. The alchemical process being that one of feeling good with self, feeling joyful, feeling grateful, and therefore having a better immune system, being more joyful and more happy, and being a ripple effect of love and of service to the world through the connection that you have with another. So it's not necessary to really pay attention too much at this point in time to the breath techniques. You can look for them on the internet, techniques on Tantra, on sacred sexuality, or you can read the book, the Magdalene manuscript by Tom Kenyon and Judy Sion, that gives a lot of information coming directly from the source of the Temple of Isis for those who want to deepen this experience. But basically, what it is what sacred sexuality is: loving yourself, loving each other, being aware that you are God and that you are connected to the one infinite creator and the whole universe at the same time. But how beautiful when you have the opportunity to do it with another, if possible. So, thank you so much for listening. If you like this video, please feel free to go and donate to my channel in the main page here on YouTube. There is a donate button, or here down on this video I'm gonna put a link, because why not? Why not? Would I deserve something like something just to share my passion with you? Just if it calls you. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in. Now I'm gonna come up with another series of videos. If you have any suggestions, or you want me to talk about something in particular, or a question about anything that I might, how do you say, help or whatever, just let me know. Thank you for listening and tuning in. Aloha. Ooh, I love you guys.